Hello everyone. Hopefully you can hear me properly. We will start this webinar, so welcome and thank you for being here. I am sure more people will join us, but since the hour is already starting, we will start. So welcome to this information webinar of Ocean Hackathon for this 2025 edition. So the content of the presentation today will be first of presentation of Ocean Hackathon in general by myself, and then we will have a session, the first session of question and answer with Juliette as our facilitator. And you can ask your question in the question and answer chat box. So it's not a conversation, a chat box, but a question and answer. So please feel free to ask your questions there, and Juliette will do the facilitating of those questions. And then I will talk about the data and intellectual property rights in the second part, and we'll have an intervention of someone, a data provider that I will welcome later. And then we have a second session of question and answer, again facilitating by Juliette, and we'll finish with it's up to you how you can submit your challenge. So my name is Laura Perrin, and I am working at the Technopole Brest-Iroise at the Campus Mondial de la Mer, and I am the general coordinator of Ocean Hackathon. Ocean Hackathon was created in 2016 by Campus Mondial de la Mer, which is France's foremost community of experts in the study and economic development of the ocean. We are located in Brest, Western Brittany in France. This community is supported by local authorities, mainly the city of Brest and the Regional Council of Brittany. Our dual purpose is to encourage acculturation between research and businesses with the aim of creating more value, and also to highlight the expertise of the players in this community in France, but also internationally. So Ocean Hackathon was created by Campus Mondial de la Mer, and at the beginning it was only in Brest, and it has gone global since 2019, and now it's an international event. The three main goals of Ocean Hackathon is to federate a community of marine science and technology stakeholders, but it's also to foster innovation and to provide answers to marine-related issues, and enhance new uses of public data collected by research organizations. This Ocean Hackathon was created with the support of many partners, and this year for this 2025 edition we have our ambassadors that are supporting us promote Ocean Hackathon and also award the top teams at the grand final podium. Those ambassadors view the ocean as a realm of innovation that should be explored, shared, and safeguarded. We also have literacy partners as Ocean Knowledge Action Network, which is an international cross-network community that connects people working to bring together scientists and stakeholders. Ocean Hackathon is labelized Ocean Decade, which is a shared and global effort that builds on decade of achievement in ocean science. And third, our data partners will play a key role in Ocean Hackathon since it is a hackathon based on data. So the data partners has really a key role in this event. So we are acknowledge all of them. So what is the Ocean Hackathon concept? Several months before the event, a call for challenges is issued to gather project proposals from participating towns and cities. challenge owners could therefore deposit and submit their challenge or their ID that they want to develop during the event in October. Then the event will be held simultaneously in all the cities. I will show you the map of all the cities organizing the event this year. During the weekend, to help the challenge owner will have a multidisciplinary team with different skills like computer programming, economy, marketing, ecology, web developing, or more. And the teams are set during the registration phase starting in September. So those teams will work together during 48 hours non-stop using marine data and with the help of the coaches we are providing during this event. At the end of the weekend, they have to develop prototype and explore the practical application using marine data. The expected results is a prototype that integrates marine and maritime data, a proposition value of the project. The prototype could be, for example, a mobile application, a website, a model, but also a plugin or a guide on how to build on data. The prototype could be digital, but also physical. And we also expecting a pitch at the end of the weekend. There is a pitch competition where there is a local jury that designated a winning team. The evaluation criteria of Ocean Hackathon are all the same for all the cities. Here the 7 criteria. The development of a demonstrator of proof of concept, the use of digital data, the potential environmental and social impact, the innovative nature of the project, the cohesion and communication within the team, the project ambition, and also the final pitch at the end of the weekend. So, as I said, a local jury will designate the winning team of their local edition at the end of the weekend, which is from the 17th to the 19th October 2025. And then the top team from each location advances to the international grand final in Brest, in France, on the 2nd of December 2025. So here you will find where are organized the local event in 2025. This year, the Ocean Hackathon will be organized in 17 different cities from 14 different countries, and we are really thankful for that. That show how involved are the cities. A call for challenges is right now open in each local edition. And so there is Victoria and Rimouski in Canada. It will be an edition in Heredia in Costa Rica, in Peru, in Salvador and Santos in Brazil, also in Cape Town in South Africa, Pointe Noire in Congo, Djerba in Tunisia, Chandigarh in India, Dhaka in Bangladesh, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and for the European part, Split in Croatia, Peniche in Portugal, Cadix in Spain, and Brest and Toulon in France. So I will show you now the after movie, the medley of the last edition in 2025 that show you the atmosphere within the 14 cities that were organizing the event in 2023. So as you can see, it's a lot about a collaborative, multidisciplinary team, having a lot of fun. Sorry for that. So this last edition in 2023 was in 14 cities, 8 different countries. The teams tackled 76 challenges, and in total, the Ocean Hackathon was almost 700 participants, which is quite a lot. So, what is a challenge in Ocean Hackathon? It can be either an idea or an idea that fulfills a need of the maritime community, but it can also be a more major project that needs a boost or a special expertise. A challenge to be taken into consideration must be innovative, linked to the sea, requiring the use of data, and leading to a concrete prototype at the end of the weekend. The topics of this challenge can be very diverse, from awareness of maritime education to climate topics, conservation, around the energy or the fisheries and aquaculture, but also on navigation, maritime safety and security, pollution, or spatial planning. It can be really diverse. The owner can be either an individual or an organization. The condition is that the owner must be present during the weekend and work together with the teammates. In this order is to have a great collaborative spirit between the teams, and that the challenge owner is here to give the direction for his challenge. So yeah, it's important to focus on problems that requires data, and the more you are creative, the more fun you will have also for you and for your team. So yeah, don't can be creative. If you want to have a look at all the challenges from the previous edition in 2023, you will find on the Ocean Hackathon website the press kit with all the challenges of this 8th edition. So I invite you to read this press kit, and you will find a lot of examples of challenges that were selected in Ocean Hackathon. One of the examples here is the challenge called Vanessa, submitted by Viata Dynamics in Toulon, in France. They have developed a prototype which was a mobile application in order to simplify the communication at sea. So it was a new maritime safety tool. And they were the 2023 winner at the grand final. So why you should submit a challenge, or why could you submit a challenge? It can be to test or boost a project or a concrete project, an idea, but also a concept. It's a great way to explore innovative ideas, contribute to an environmental and social issue, but also coming and submit a challenge at Ocean Hackathon is a great opportunity to use data and work with experts on those data, discover your local community and join an international network, and develop your project with a multidisciplinary team and friendly atmosphere. It's also a great opportunity to raise awareness of the potential of the ocean and the importance of preserving it, and also find and develop new talent, since you will meet a lot of different experts and people. Here I will show you a testimony of the challenge owner of the 2023 edition in Toulon, France. It's in French, but you have the subtitle in English, and they won the grand final at the end of the last edition.
Je suis Édouard Vallée, porteur du projet Vanessa. J'ai remporté le Ocean Hackathon 2023. Il faut savoir que je me suis inscrit tout à fait au dernier moment au concours. On m'avait prévenu le dernier jour, et quelques heures avant, j'étais en mer, et c'est là que j'ai été victime d'un d'un incident en mer, j'ai reçu un appel de détresse qui m'a beaucoup marqué. Et donc tout ce que j'avais en tête à ce moment-là, c'était le secours maritime. Et donc l'idée était évidente, il fallait que je présente un projet en lien avec le secours maritime. Et le Ocean Hackathon, ça a été vraiment l'occasion de confirmer ce qui n'était qu'une idée et un prototype rapide, le fait que c'est une vraie idée qui a beaucoup d'intérêt. Et donc j'ai fait un pivot total sur cette idée. Depuis le Ocean Hackathon, donc grâce à la réputation du projet, j'ai pu attirer de nombreux talents, notamment des chercheurs de laboratoire qui ont commencé à travailler avec moi. J'ai noué des liens évidemment avec mes futurs clients et je suis en train de co-développer avec eux la solution. Les deux étapes du Ocean Hackathon, c'était vraiment une occasion pour confirmer dans deux environnements différents, à Toulon puis à Brest, avec du personnel encadrant, avec d'autres équipes, et d'échanger, de faire progresser, maturer le projet. Et on a gagné la finale.
So as you can see, the challenge owner can have really diverse subject, and I hope this first session show you how it can be a great opportunity to submit a challenge to the Ocean Hackathon. So now, if we have any question in the question and answer part, Juliette, maybe you can give some question and I will try to answer.
There is no question for the
No
moment.
question?
No.
Okay. No question? I can give you few seconds if you maybe you forgot to write it. Please make sure if you have any question, we'll do another session of question after this next part. So now I want to talk about the data, but also the intellectual property rights. And we will have Gisela Moriningo from Global Fishing Watch that will also talk a little bit about the data, since they are the data provider for this new edition. So thank you for being here. I will give you the how to say the micro when I'm done. And so Ocean Hackathon is an opportunity to benefit from the support of data experts. Since we are providing data, we are looking for different kind of data and try to cover a large area and fields. So there will be a data catalog. I will talk a bit more about that later. That will be available during the weekend for all the teams. We will also provide tools, and the data providers are providing tools to browse and to access the data, but also to integrate the data in viewers. And the data partners will also provide you with their expertise during the preparation phase of Ocean Hackathon, since they will analyze your challenges and prepare the data depending on your data needs. So make sure when you are filling the form to submit your challenge that your data needs are well defined. During the event, some coaches will be available on site or online, and some of our data partners could also provide you with speed learning sessions and tutorials that will be at your disposal during the weekend. So who provides the data? The challenge owner can bring their own data, and also each local edition, so each cities or countries that you see on the map can find their own local data providers. And we are also here at the Campus Mondial de la Mer are connecting with global data partners as a Global Fishing Watch, and they are providing data to all of you. Those data can be on open access or be private. It can be at many scales and space scales. So when I said it, but when they submit the challenge owner must indicate if they bring their own data and what kind of data they will need if they are not providing them. Our global data partners will work beside us at the Campus Mondial de la Mer, but also with the local data partners to identify which data can answer to the needs of the challenge owner. So those data can be from EC2 or modeling field, but they can also be pictures, satellite-derived products, or areas. Our global data partners can bring data on a large scope since they are national, European, but also international. They are public operators and they publish reference information and are involved in open science of data access. So the kind of data can be really various. There can be data from bathymetry or biology, chemistry and geology, human activities, physics and seabed habitats. It can be also biodiversity or marine protected areas data, satellite data, pollution as accidental water pollution or plastic pollution data. It can also be oceanographic forecasts, nautical charts, maritime boundaries, sedimentology, cable or wrecks. And I will finish by the AIS data in coastal areas, global and French maritime areas. And now, Gisela, if you want to present yourself, and thank you for being here and to provide your data in this Ocean Hackathon.
Thank you, Laura, and thank you. Yes, it's our second time in the event, so we are really happy to be here. So I will talk a little about Global Fishing Watch. We are an international NGO using satellite technology, machine learning, and data visualization to build an accurate picture of human activity at sea through free and open data and tools. Our work supports greater transparency, novel scientific research, and sustainable use of our ocean, and the reduction of illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing. So our datasets have global coverage and are intended for non-commercial applications. If there is any question about commercial use, please contact us directly. So to talk a little about myself, as I said, our organization is an international one. We are more than 25 countries. I'm joining today from Argentina. My role is Open Data Product Manager, and my responsibility centers on the technical products that deliver our open data, specifically their APIs and the data download portal. And my core goal is to ensure that our data is not just available, but it also actively reaches and empowers a wider Asian audience. So what is the data that we provide? Next one, please. Thank you. So our data is based on a combination of different satellite data sources. There is not one fit solution for vessel tracking. So we have found that combining different sources can provide actually a greater insight into tracking and detecting both large and small scale vessel activity. So one of the sources is the Automatic Identification System, AIS, and from this we have different derived data. So like the apparent fishing effort that we have this continually updated. We also have vessel events for visit, encounter, loitering, and fishing events. We also included the IES off events. This is insights where the moments where vessel potentially disable the tracking systems. And we also added other type of data in order to try to identify dark vessels. Dark vessels are the vessels that we cannot see on the IES. So we try to use other technologies to detect those vessels, like radar that penetrates through clouds, night light detections, optical imagery, and we are also exploring other ones like radio frequency. So at the moment, we have this synthetic aperture radar vessel detections from 2017 available until 5 days ago. And we also know that one key information in order to do an analysis is about the vessel identity. So we are combining more than 40 registry data in order to give some details on the vessel identity. And we are working, and there is soon we are going to have also IES presence and a bulk API to be able to have fixed infrastructure. So everything that is described here is already available in our platform, and we are working towards more data sets. So for the day of the event, we are going to have also more vessel detection using Sentinel-2 as data source. Next one, please. So how can you access today our data? Like, we have different products. If you know, we have some programming skills, we have our public APIs. And also we have two packages that you can use to access our data. One is on R and another one in Python. The Python was released a few weeks ago. So you can check there. There's a lot of documentation about the data caveats also to understand how to interpret and use our data. And we also have our map, our main platform, where in the back of that we have our APIs, but that can help you also to explore and review our data. And then the third option is the data download portal. This is mainly for you to go and download CSV or different type of data for the offline analysis. So again, we welcome you to explore our different platforms and data, and we will be available for any question. Thank you.
Thank you, Gisela. And yeah, I'm really glad you were there today to talk about your data. And of course, you and your colleague will be side by side with us and during the event to give more information to the teams. So during the event and before, we will work on a data catalog, which is a gateway to the data. And this catalog will be open to the teams a few days before the event. So on the website, you already have the list of our data providers and a description of all those data providers. And this data catalog, you will have access to this catalog a few days before the event. It will contain records from datasets, but also data portals. This catalog is developed on an Ifremer data infrastructure, which is operated by Sexton. So we are really thankful to them to work with us on this event. You will also have access to tools besides the data catalogs as data viewers, cloud processing, or also used of virtual machine. Before the weekend, you will be able to ask for access to these tools, and we will ask the data providers to create accounts, and you will have access to those tools. You could also host your data during the event using the data storage of Ifremer during the event if you need it. So please do not hesitate to ask us. So I want to give you some advice if you want to submit a challenge. To make sure your chance of obtaining truly usable data, but also to be selected as a challenge to participate to Ocean Hackathon are strong. So a prototype is required at the end of the weekend, so reduce the spatial and temporal scale of your project if you wish to maintain its complexity. It's a 48 hours, so your project has to be ready at the end of the weekend and has to be feasible in the 48 hours. When you submit your challenge, please indicate in sufficient detail your project and also the data you need, so we can work with you, and the data representative of each city can help you on those projects and the data needs. So feel free to discuss the above with the organizer of the city you want to participate before and after the submission of your challenge. If you want to use your own data, please you can let your local organizer know if you need storage capacity. You can also indicate how your data will be available for your whole team. And if you want to share your data with the other teams, we can help you to publish your data in the Ocean Hackathon data catalog. So a few words about the intellectual property rights. The data and tools are protected by intellectual property legislation. We ask each participant to the Ocean Hackathon to read and to accept the rules of Ocean Hackathon, so you will find the rule book on the website of Ocean Hackathon. Any use outside the framework of Ocean Hackathon requires a written agreement in advance between the participant and the rights holder. So you can do that before the event to make sure the written agreement is signed between the participant and the holder. Concerning the results and the prototype, there is two cases. Either the challenge owner is a legal entity. In this case, the legal entity holds the property rights for the results and also the exploitation. It's possible to write an agreement between the teammates and the legal entity before the event. The second case will be when the challenge owner is a private individual. In this case, each teammate holds the rights to exploit the results without the agreement of the others. So we recommend you to discuss the property rights with your teammate before the event to make sure everything is clear for everybody. So now it's up to you. If you have an idea of a challenge, you can submit your challenge in a city which is close from you. Some Ocean Hackathon edition are online or hybrid. Some are in person, so you can contact the organizer of the city you are interested in and make sure you can go to the city or be online during the weekend. So go to the website of Ocean Hackathon. You can access to the Hackathon 2025 page. You can select the city you want to participate and fill in the form before the 15th of May 2025. So the challenge may be submitted in one city and you have to be available from the 17th to the 19th of October. If you have an idea of a challenge, so you can contact the organizer, as I said before, to make sure you understand all the detail and maybe ask a question about your project and the data. So you have in each local edition, you have the address, the website, but also the contact address that you can write an email. I would like to thank you, and Juliette, if we have more questions, we can we have more time to answer them.
Yeah, so there is a question about data and more precisely the global data provider whose data is relevant for projects outside of France. Who are they and how to identify them?
So you will find on the Ocean Hackathon website page all our data, global data providers. Some of them are covering France maritime sector, but they can also be European or international. So it's really wide. And you will have more information going on our website page and see in each data providers in which data they are working on. Maybe Gisela, you want to add something about that since you are not France data providers, geographic zones.
Yeah, I recommend like checking on our map. Our datasets are global, so but depending the dataset. So for example, for the vessel detection, those one has some region. We have it globally, but it's not covering 100% of the ocean. It's covering some regions of the ocean. So that's why checking on our map is a good starting point for you to see, but most of our data sets are global.
Thank you.
So there are two other questions, more regarding the process to constitute, to form the team. So maybe you can explain how to set up the different team in each city.
So for now, we are. I mean, the call for challenges is open in order to have and to find challenge owner only. Those challenge owner will be part of their own team during the weekend. The registration phase that are opening on September will be open for all the participants. So the challenge owner can register, but also the team participant. When you want to, if you are a future challenge owner and you want to submit your challenge, when you are filling the form, you will answer the question, do you already have teammates in mind? And if not, or if you don't have 8 people in your team already, do you need any skills? And then each local edition and each local organizer will do the matchmaking between the participant and the wishes of the participant in September, October, and the wishes and the needs of the challenge owner when they submit the challenges.
Thank you, Laura. No more questions.
Okay. So I thank you, all of you, and do not hesitate to share this webinar. It will be available on YouTube, on our Campus Mondial de la Mer YouTube page. I hope you add a lot of information and that you will promote, either you will promote the call for challenges in your region or either you will submit the challenges. So thank you. And Gisela, thank you again for being here with us.
Laura, there is one more question,
Yeah,
maybe.
Sure.
So what if I can't find a city in my country?
Okay, so depending on where you are living, maybe you can ask the closer city that is organizing the event and ask if they have any funding for you to travel during the weekend. And also some of the cities are working with European or other sponsors, and maybe they can give you information on how to cover those finance traveling. And of course, if there is an online version of Ocean Hackathon, then you will be invited to be online. That's all, Juliette, or do you have one more?
No, one more.
Ah.
So I just wanted to know if it's okay if we join a webinar but do not submit a challenge. Yes, I suppose.
It's too late. Yeah, of course.
No more question.
Okay. So thank you, and even if you were there to know a little bit more of Ocean Hackathon, or either if you want to submit a challenge this year, come back to us, or maybe next year for the 2026 edition. Thank you, and I wish you a great day.